Hello, I'm Carolina Venegas, production designer here at Rocksauce Studios. Today, we are going to talk about Jakobs Law and why it matters to our customers. Even if you haven't heard the term Jakobs Law, it's very likely that you have experience, especially if you use a lot of digital media like websites, apps, software, etc. Let me explain Jacob's Law with a short sentence. Longtime macOS users started working on Windows. If you shudder at the thought of it, then you get what Jacob's Law is about. So, what does Jacob's Law say? This says that users spend most of their time on websites other than your website. This means that users prefer your site to work the same way as all the other sites they already know. So, if your website works in the same way as other websites, then it's very likely that the user will navigate smoothly and focus on what really matters. That this could be your service, your product, your offerings, whatever the message you want to transmit to them. So, why does it happen? It's because the knowledge that user acquires by interacting with every digital interface influence every future interaction they will have. So this is about design patterns and making them have some kind of familiarity with the content they already know. Therefore, interfaces should be built taking into account those learned interactions. So that is why if an interface works differently from what a user recognizes or knows, they will become confused, annoyed, frustrated, and eventually we want to get out of there. So let's make an example. If you ever watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, or HBO as multimedia content platform, you will notice that, of course, they're different. But when it comes to the functionality, the main structure persists. As you can see, all the shows and movies have thumbnails and previews, and also separated by categories in rows. The main menu is on the left. And these kind of patterns repeat along all the previous interfaces. So, what does it mean? When designing something new, the first thing what should do is look for reference. How other people do it and look for patterns and see what is established. But you might ask, does it mean that every website should be the same? Well, yes and no. There are design conventions that are largely established, like for instance, when you have an underlink, it is usually blue and may have a underline in the text. Clicking on the shopping cart will take you to a page to see what's in it. So we have to respect those conventions. But think about it for a second. This doesn't mean that innovation is impossible because of Jacob's Law. If that was the case, all the websites, apps, and digital interface will be the same already. Just as it is an unrealistic idea to copy a website from a high-performing company and expect the same results, it is unrealistic to say that following design conventions and good practices will lead us to stagnation and stop innovation. It is definitely a good thing to stick to Jacob's Law when the target group user, the market position, and the product requires. So, pay attention to Jacob's Law and follow design conventions. If this video was helpful, give us a like below for us to keep making more content. And be sure to subscribe for future videos and see you around.